Having spent his first 4 years living wild on Dartmoor, to work on the farm, Lad will need to be trained.
Hey, laddie boy. Come here, lad. Come on.
Horse whispering, see?
I think it takes years of practice, Peter, and experience to take a wild animal off the moor and turn it into a working beast.
You reckon we need some help then?
I think we're almost certainly going to need some help. I think otherwise you'll be standing here for the rest of your life whispering in it.
Alex has called in Mike Branch, a horse trainer from Tennessee. Mike is following in the footsteps of American farmer John Solomon Rarey. In the 19th century, he found fame and fortune in Britain with his revolutionary method of taming wild horses.
And what do you think of our pony then?
It's a bit small, but looks really sharp. Just in off the moor.
That's right, yep.
Yeah. Could I take a look?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
With horsepower still the major driving force in Edwardian Britain, horse trainers were in hot demand. Although most still used harsh physical methods of breaking the horse's will, John Solomon Rarey and his followers turned to a more humane technique of using psychology and body language to tame horses.
I'm kind of feeling his emotion and his body language, and if I would feel that he was going to leave me, say, in 2 or 3 seconds from now, I would try to leave him 1 second from now.
Right.
So that I'm the first one to leave. I don't want him to get the notion that he can just walk off from me anytime and it's all right, and kind of give him a superior feeling.
Yeah.
Right. He's really a nice pony. Seems to have a pretty good attitude. He seems to be thinking, and he's looking right at us.
Yeah.
He's an intelligent little guy. Somebody's got to have the brains, huh? Yeah.
In the States, back at the turn of the century, I mean, someone in your position as a horse breaker, would you be doing it on a regular basis for farmers and?
Yeah. But of course, most people over there still at the turn of the century are breaking them out by blindfolding the horse and getting on their back and pulling the blindfold off and bucking it out. And when you finally get the horse rode out and everybody's still alive, then you got a broke horse. I'm getting a little old for that. And I don't think it really treats the horse fairly. I think if I can develop a relationship first off with the horse, then he and I can understand each other a little bit better.
Right, oh, okay.
Okay, let's ease back up there. I'm hoping that by us staying in here in the corral with him, that he's kind of adjusted to us a little bit. Certainly walked up to him a lot easier that time. He's a little bit fearful, so I'm gonna turn my energy away from him, because I want to keep really, really low energy here, because they pick up so much off of our body language. And yeah, this is much better, because he's actually bringing his head over every now and then and smelling my back, smelling my arm.
Yeah, and start reciprocating.
That's very good.
But I didn't think he'd get close.
No.
Not this quickly.
I thought all this whispering stuff was just, sort of myth, but I can see just the quietness and this gentle approach is really working, isn't it?
While Mike begins the process of training Lad, in the cottage, Ruth is preparing for upcoming festivities.
It's coming up to Easter, and our church has a tradition, as so many did, of giving out painted eggs at the Easter service. So seeing as Alex has got something of a glut on the go, I'm going to go to making some coloured eggs.
To dye the eggs, Ruth has raided her larder.
Everybody knows beetroot turn the water red and stain everything like crazy. Easiest thing in the world, yellow dye for eggs. Onion skins. So I'll just pour a bit of water over it and let the whole thing boil, and the colour will come out into the water. And then whilst this is on the range, I can blow some eggs. So that can go on here. So the theory is, you make a hole in the top and the bottom of the egg, and then you blow the contents out. I am so rubbish at this. The hard bit is making the holes without cracking the whole flipping egg, because you actually have to put quite a bit of pressure on to get a decent hole. That wasn't too bad. That went in reasonably easy. And then other side as well. Oof, okay. And then you want to break everything inside. And then I've got to blow it all out. Good job the boys can't see me doing this.
That's a good boy. Life's just a little bit different right now. That's all.
Just an hour into Lad's first training session, and Mike is already attaching a halter.
Go over his muzzle. Right there, but now
He's bucking a bit.
there
It's
we
quite
go.
easy to forget he's actually wild.
I've got to be solid. I've got to be something dependable for him.
Yeah.
I'm staying who I am. You do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to get upset with you. This time, well, I'm going to stop and try to rub his head here for a minute if he'll allow. If he'll allow. Good. As soon as he said it's okay, I took my hand off.
Yeah.
Notice while he was resisting, I left it there. Because if I took my hand away while he's resisting, he's like, oh, all I have to do is resist and it'll leave. But if I leave it there till he gets calm, he's like, okay, it's my job to calm down.
I see now. I see.
Touching them everywhere and letting them know that that touch isn't going to hurt them.
There we go. Basically, I've got a little head collar on him. When I tighten the lead on it, it produces pressure on the horse. And it's a horse's innate characteristic to want to fight pressure. This is the time right here that I need to ask the horse to understand that when you feel pressure, move with it. So what I'm going to try to do is that left front foot over there, I'm going to ask him through slow increments of pressure to pick that left front foot up and release immediately. I got forward motion.
Brilliant.
So now I'm going to see if I can move his hindquarters around, and when we get to where we're facing you, I'm going to ask for the forehand to move more around. Let's see what happens here. There goes the hindquarters. There goes the hindquarters. Now let's lead that forehand on out. Good. There we have him walking off. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Really happy.
There's many DIY projects on this farm. This isn't one of them.
No, I think we did the right thing here, getting the real deal in.
Guys, you know, in all the time I've been fooling with horses, I've never had a horse to lie to me. They've offered to kick me, and if I didn't move away, they kicked me. They've spoken the truth every time. So I found that I can't ever lie to my horse. If I do, then I'm going to set myself up to fail in my relationship with him.
It's my beetroot water. Oops, beetroot everywhere. What I thought I might do is, as well as in plain ones, I might try and have patterns on.
To create a pattern, Ruth uses candle wax to stop the dye from penetrating specific areas of the egg.
Of course, nowadays, we think of Easter eggs as being chocolate. But although the first Easter eggs were sort of being marketed in the 1880s, it wasn't until 1905, when they first made the Cadbury's milk Easter egg, that they really began to take off. And even then, they were quite small, because they were expensive, and they're really only for the wealthier members of the community. Everybody else are painted, decorated eggs. So, 2 minutes, how you come in? Oh yes! You're gonna get stripy ones. Where's my bunny? I got a little bunny. Oh yes! I got a little bunny. And a daffodil.
Good. Good. Now I've quit. So I've got to keep asking for more and more. I can see with his personality, even though he's a pretty gentle guy, he's going to try to get away with as little as he can. So what I may do is start letting him feel this rope now come around him, because he's going to feel this on his hocks when we decide to start long lining him. So I'm going to ask him now to just sort of feel his way out of there. Feel your way out. Feel your way out. Good. Good. That was pretty good. And the more we do this, the easier it'll get for him. I'm going to be pulling. Follow your feel. Good. Good. Now see, I'm not having to yank and tug on him. He's just feeling that, and he's coming on around.
3 hours ago, Lad was a wild pony.
We're going to fold our line up again.
Now Mike's preparing to lead him with reins.
Yeah, same thing that you got on, honey, except we're going to have 2 of them. Yeah, and you'll look good wearing 2. What I need to do here now is cause him to feel this one and make a turn with that, but now you're going to feel the other one I just taught you about. So then he finds a place right in the middle of the 2 reins to rest.
Yep.
We've taught him to go to the left, we've taught him to go to the right. So there, when he tried to go each way and he found himself in trouble, he decided, well, I'll just rest in between the 2.
Right. It's amazing. That's amazing.
Now, this can be difficult when we first start out. Good, 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 good. He's going good. He's a little bit upset, and I've got this line over him. It's okay. There's no harm coming to him. So now what I've got to do is ask him to make a turn like what we've already taught him. So there. Now we got him going that way. If he wants to trot, that's fine. Express yourself. I imagine you fellas are probably going to use him to drive for you around some of these beautiful Devon roads.
We are now. That's brilliant.
We'll see what he does with the little initial weight here. We're going to leave him right there. When the horse is calmly and willfully done what we've asked it to do, we can't ask any more out of it.
So you're happy with how everything's gone this afternoon then?
I'm happy with this. It's a good place to leave this horse for the very first time that it's ever had human hands working with it.
Well, I think that's been beyond our wildest expectations, isn't it?
It's been absolutely fantastic and an absolute pleasure.
Well,
Thanks ever so much for that.
appreciate it. It's always great when the customer's happy.
March is coming to an end, and it's been a successful month on the Edwardian farm.